Hi everyone, trust you all are doing well. So in the previous episode, we created a tag called premium just to give a user better experience to indicate to them if a post is premium or not. All right, and what we have done as well, so we restrict access to the post that's premium if the user subscribe to a plan or not. So in this case, I'm S. John Doe. I'm subscribed to a monthly plan or the yearly plan. I can be able to view this post. All right, if we go down, and this is what we're going to do in this episode, if the author allowed the user to leave comments, we want to display this part if they did, and if not, we don't want to display this. All right, so let's get started. All right, so what we're going to do, we're going to go to that view. So under pages, post.show, this one right here. So this is the view that we've been working on in the previous episode. This is the articles that we minimized like this, just to kind of display it if the person is subscribed to a plan, if the post is premium or not. All right, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to, under resources, views, under the component section, I'm just under the post, I'm just going to create a new anonymous component called comments.blade.php. All right, now what we're going to do now is if we're going to go to the article, if you're using the template, okay, just follow along. You will see that we have a div with a space Y of 6. Now this part is for posting a comment and kind of indicate how many comments, and please leave a comment right here. Okay, we're going to cut out this div, okay, like this. Okay, so let's cut it out, and we're going to paste it in the comments. Okay, so instead of actually repeating the code twice, I'm just going to use one blade comment so that I can just use it for both. Okay, so what I want to do now is I'm just going to reference that anonymous component post.comments like this. Okay, and I'm just going to leave a note right here, comments, like that. Okay, so this is referencing that anonymous component, this one right here. Okay, and we got the same thing in the article. So let's go down to the article. Now that space Y6, we're going to delete that because we're not going to need it anymore. And we're going to use the comments. Post comments like this. All right. Now we might going to, because I'm going to ask your guys feedback or suggestions in a second, but where we either going to use a blade component, but for now I just want to use just the anonymous component, because we can either create a class-based component or a Laravel component to do the comments. But for now, I just want to display the comments. If the post can actually do that, we're going to implement the comment section, the comments CRUD, in the coming episodes. All right. Now the thing is, what we want to do now, let's start off with the first one. Okay, so this is the first article. If the post, let's just minimize it so I don't want anybody to get lost. All right. So the first single post, if we check if the user is, if the post is premium and then they subscribe. The first one, what we're going to do there. All right, let's go to the comments right here. We're going to check an if statement. Okay, so we're going to check if the post is commentable, like this. Okay, so we created a method like that. Let me just quickly do an end if. We created this method, if you guys remember from a whole lot of episodes back. We created this method. Let's just quickly open up our post model. All right, so in our post model, you guys will remember, you see, we cast the is commentable as a boolean. So what will happen now is if it's a 1, it will return true. Okay, so it will cast it to true. If it's a 0, it will cast it as false. All right, and then we created a method inside our basically our model called is commentable. This one right here, and it will return a boolean, and then we just return that property that we casted to be a boolean. Okay, just like that. Okay, so let me just go there. So just make sure you have this method. If you're new to the channel, just make sure you created the is commentable like this, and then obviously inside our database migrations right here, and we go to the post migration. You would see, where is it? We create a boolean like this, and by default we set it to 1, meaning we allow comments. Okay, so if they don't want to allow comments and stuff. Okay, so let's go back to the post model. Just make sure that you will have this in there, and you can cast it to a Boolean in protected cast like that. Okay, let's close this off. Okay, so now what will happen is we will check if the post is commentable, then we're going to show the comments. If it's not, then we're not going to do that. So that's the first one. Okay, so let's go up and minimize this so we don't get lost. Then we go to the second else statement. Okay, so if the post is not premium, we also want to check that as well. So we're going to do if the post is commentable. Okay, and then we're just going to do an end if. Okay, just like that. All right, so let's quickly see if we can view the comments part right here or not. So just to kind of make it easy for us, because someone might not see it quite easily. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to dump an H1, just for simplicity's sake. In here, I'm just going to dump, and I'm just going to do post is commentable. Okay, just to kind of make it easy for you guys to see it. So just an H2 above in the grid right there. And things are not going to look that pretty, but we're not going to mind. All right, so as you can see right here, so this is the one post. Let's go through. We dumped, so that means true. So comments are allowed. So let's go down. As you can see, we can view the comments right there. But don't worry about this for now. We still don't worry about the styling. I just wanted to check that. All right, let's go back and let's check something that's not. So as you can see, it says there's no comments allowed. So let's go down. As you can see, there's no comments underneath there. Okay, so I'm just going to remove the dump and then just view it. All right, so as you can see, everything is good. And there's no comments underneath this post. All right, so it works as I want it to work. So let's just go back to the home page. Let's go to one that allows comments. Let's just use the premium one. And as you can see right here, we can view the comments right there. So we're going to give the authors kind of freedom. So if they want someone to actually view the post, we can do that. And basically comment underneath it, they can do that as well. So what we also want to do later on in the episode, let's say the moderator comes or the admin, and we're going to leave like close the comments, then we can just turn off the comments in there. So just click it and just turn off the comments. But we can do that going forward if we want to. All right. So that's it for this episode. But I want to ask you guys this. Right. Now, if we do the comments, because we're going to do a comments cut, it will all depends what you guys want to do. All right. If you want to leave a comment, let's say you leave a comment and reply. All right. Now, if you want to reply to a comment and reply to another comment like nested comments, please tell me if you want that, or just want to reply. They can only reply to the post and not to comments and stuff like that. Okay. So please leave there a link or comment for me in the, just a comment, not the link, pardon me. Just leave a comment if you guys want nested comments or just a comment, basically a reply to the post. Okay, so I really appreciate that so that I will know how to structure this, because nested comments going to work a little bit different than just comments to the article, because that will be just a relationship as we have already set up like it is between this. So if we need to actually create nested comments, we need to create a parent ID, change the structure of the database, all that kind of stuff. So if you guys want to do that, I have to do it from the start. And otherwise, if I have to do it later, I have to change the database and things like that in order to do that. So I kind of want your feedback on this, right? So I'm going to leave it open until I get enough feedback on that. And what we're going to do in the next one is we're going to work on the tags. Okay, so because we need to display all the tags, relevant tags from actually the database, and work on that. Okay. So thank you guys for watching. If you liked the video, please give it a like. If you have any comments, like I said, feedback or suggestions, please leave it for me in the comment section. I do appreciate it, and I do like the interaction with the community. All right. I'm not just wanting to spew things out there for you guys. I really want you to, if you want to learn something new or different, please let me know, and I will gladly help you guys out. Thank you, and see you in the next one. Adios.